Let's take two parts. What is the meaning of rain?
المطر.
Forest.
غابة.
شو تصير؟
غابة مطر.
غابة المطرية.
غابة مطرية.
So yes, so the people are part of a tribe that lives in the Amazon rainforest. من طبيعة الغابة الموجودة في الأمازون غابة مطرية طول السنة فيها أمطار. Okay. So this is for number one. Number two.
The inhabitants of London come from many different countries.
So the inhabitants of London come from many different countries. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now we are moving to number two. لأن هنا بالنسبة للريفيو زي ما أنت شايف إنه التم طلع شوف معي هون دائما وقت الامتحان لما تيجي بدك تدرس على الورك بوك خلاصة القواعد بتكون في exercise number 2 and 3. طبعا راح يكون في حصص خاصة بهذا الموضوع. يعني مثلا جيت حكيت لك مثلا unit 10 and 11 and 12 بس بالورك بوك انت راح تيجي على القسم هذا على الريفيو تيجي دايركتلي على الريفيو على خلاصة unit 10 فيها جميع الفوكابولاري من ناحية writing the meanings, okay, not English meaning. And we have exercise 2 and exercise 3 about all the grammar in unit 10, okay. Now, for number one, the people are part of a tribe that lives in Amazon rainforest. Now, number two, the inhabitants of London come from many different countries. Now we are now on number three. Ahmed Faris Atwe, number three, please. People who can't. There.
Yes, teacher. Number three, people who can't hear use sign
Yes, sign
language to
communicate.
communicate.
Communicate. Easy.
Communicate.
Thank you. So people who can't hear use sign language. People who can't hear الناس اللي ما بتسمع use sign language بيستخدموا لغة الإشارة sign language. طلب السادس ممكن يجيك في الامتحان. The people who use the sign language are الناس اللي بتستخدم لغة الإشارة. من هم؟ deaf people الناس اللي ما بتسمع. اوكي الأصم. Now number four, their house is in a very, as you can see. So the last one. Ahmed Khalil.
Yes, teacher. their house is an a very isolated.
Excellent. Isolated place. خليك معي الآن. Now let's move to exercise 3. Complete the text with the words from exercise 1 and 2. So as you can see, the Holi people are a very large tribe in Papua New Guinea. There are 65,000 people in this group.
Teacher جاوبنا.
Yes, please. Number 2. And
Okay. Number 2, teacher population.
excellent. And the population. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Just give me a moment. So for exercise number 3, we have number 2, population, and the population. I love it. Population. Now number 3. See, Hakan. Continue for with number 3.
They have lived for hundreds of years in isolated villages in the
Villages.
mountains. Villages in the mountains.
Continue reading.
كمل.
Yes. So stop. خلينا نكتب number 3. So number 3 is isolated. It's isolated. I love it. Isolated. Number 4. Say Hakan, please.
Where the inhabitants for the village didn't often meet other people.
Where inhabitants, as you can see, for inhabitants, all the words are pronounced. Inhabitants. I love it. Inhabitants. Isolated. Population. Okay. Thank you very much. Now we are moving to number 5. Now, Yakur. Okay. Allah Ibrahim, continue.
Yes, teacher. But life is changing for the
Huli.
Many young people are moving away from the villages to the towns. They are learning other language because they want to be able to.
Because they want to be able. What?
Dominate?
No. To communicate. So number 5. Because they want to be able to communicate with the outside world. So it's communicate. برضو كمان على اللفظ communicate. كمان مرة. double M. Communicate. This is for number 5. Now let's move to number 6. Tariq. Number 6, please.
Yes, teacher. Number 6. Some people predict that the tribe
الصوت بقطع عندك يا طارق.
Teacher, now.
I can hear you, yes.
Some people predict.
So number 6, predict. Continue.
that
Traditional holy
way of life when teacher جاوبها
Yes, yes.
disappeared.
It was a traditional holy way of life. Well, ما بتحط مع well ed directly بتحط disappear verb 1. Okay. Like this. Here. Continue. During the 21st century, we have century. These are the answers of exercise number 3. Number 2, population isolated. Number 3, inhabitants. Number 4, communicate. Number 5, predict. Number 7, disappear. Okay. And the last one is century. Now, let's move to page 91. We have a conversation between journalist and Tom. Tom Golding is a professor who studies the tribes of the rainforest. We have disappear, communicate, population, bilingual, fluent, and centuries. Now we are on workbook, page 91. On exercise 1. Exercise 1, it's a vocabulary. So how do you talk the different tribes? هنروح على الworkbook. So, تابع معي. How do you talk to the different tribes, Mr. Golden? Well, I am fluent in the 4 main languages of this country. So it's usually, or so it isn't usually difficult to with people. So we have something to contact or to speak with people. So what do you think? خلينا نحلل احنا الإجابات. So what do you think the answer of number 2? Yes, please.
So it isn't usually difficult to communicate with people.
Excellent. It's communicate. Thank you. Excellent. I am fluent in 4 main languages. أتقن 4 لغات في هذه البلد. So it's usually, or so it isn't usually difficult to communicate. Now let's move on to the next one. So number 2, let's communicate. Tell me about the tribe that you are studying at the moment. There are about 4,000 people in this tribe. That is 1.5% of the countries. في عندنا هنا إحصائية 4,000 people. طلاب السادس underline 4,000 people. هذا مفتاحك للإجابة. The tribe arrived over 9 ago. إذا راح تحط إشي هون تاريخي. Ago. Yes, please.
Yes, teacher. Population.
So it's population for number 3, excellent. And for number 4.
To me,
Yes, you.
this tribe, the tribe arrived over 9 centuries ago.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you. So number 4, yes, centuries. Underline ago. And 9 centuries ago. It's the keywords of centuries. Continue. We have journalists. What language do they speak? Most young people have studied at school and they are. Most young people have studied at school and they are what? خلينا نكمل. They speak طبعا هاي الجملة فيش فيها keyword. They speak their own language and also Spanish. So we have 2 languages here. هسه بينت معك الإجابة. Underline. They speak their own language. بتحدثوا لغتهم الخاصة بالإضافة للإسبانيش. Also Spanish. هيك بينت معك الإجابة. يا طارق. What is number 5?
Teacher, number 5, bilingual.
Excellent. It's bilingual. Let's continue. Some people are worried that traditional language will, but I don't think that will happen. مبينة.
Disappear.
Excellent. Thank you. Okay, going back to exercise 1. محمد امشي معي with answers. Number 2 شو عندك؟
Yes, teacher. Number 2, communicate.
Come, one more. قبل am, come, you, me, okay.
Okay.
Yes, number 3.
Population.
Population. Number 4.
Century.
We have centuries.
Yes, teacher.
Number 5.
Bilingual.
It's by. مش تكتب by هيك. by. link. أنت لحد الآن مش على اللفظ. by link. You و bilingual. Okay, number 6. Disappear.
Well.
Disappear.
Number 6, disappear.
Thank you very much. حماد في عندك لاج في النت عندك في ضعف.
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher. طلعوا لي.
Okay. Now let's move to exercise number 2. Complete the sentences. Use the information from exercise 1. Tom Golding said. عندنا هون reported speech. He was fluent. من I am. بس انت عندك في القطعة I am. بنحول ال I am ل was. هاي بالنسبة لنمبر 1. He said. نشوف ال usually difficult. Yes, please. Number 2.
Number 2, he said it wasn't usually difficult to communicate with people.
Excellent, excellent. It wasn't. Thank you. So for number 2, wasn't. Number 3. He said the tribe over 9 centuries ago. He said that. شو عنا الفيرب arrive؟ arrived. عنا هسه arrived. عنا arrived. شو كتحول هسه؟ في عنا verb to. وخلينا نشوف من فهم القاعدة معي. شوف باقي الطلاب مع محمد فارس.
Yes, teacher.
So we have now past simple with the reported speech. What will you use now?
He said the trip reported speech.
Yes. Oui.
He said the trip
Try.
the tribe is
لما يكون عندك what؟
himself.
No هذيك reflexive pronoun. ادرس الانجليش اول باول، ما تخليش شيء يتراكم عليك.
yes teacher.
دير بالك لانه امتحانك راح يكون.
ده ستايل his herself هدول.
هسه شوف، هسه herself yourselves ourselves reflexive pronouns. اوكي معي؟
yes teacher yes.
هسه احنا بالريبورت تو سبيتش نذكر الدايجرام اللي اعطيتك اياه، حكينا الفيرب تو. هسه عندنا في المين عندنا الان فيرب تو. الفيرب تو لما تكون عندك في المين سنتنس بالريبورت تو سبيتش كيف راح تحولها؟
trip arrive.
نو ابراهيم.
Yes, teacher.
So what is
What?
your answer on number 3?
Was.
نو تابع معي، تابع. طلاب السادس ادرس على ريبورت سبيش، ديروا بالكم مالكم. خلينا نشوف طارق، خلينا نشوف طارق. شايف بس اثنين اللي متابعين معي. شوف طارق.
Teacher has arrived.
has
Had.
That's excellent. Finally had arrived. طلاب السادس شو اليوم؟ Monday. يوم الخميس عندكم امتحان في الريبورتد. يوم الخميس امتحان في الريبورتد سبيتش، 5 علامات ثبتات عليه 5 marks with reflexive. في عنا reported and reflexive. ادرس على القواعد اول باول يا سادس، تخليش شيء يتراكم عليك. اوكي سو نحول دائما الفيرب تو اللي هي الباست سمبل باست بيرفكت دايركتلي. هاد arrived. طبعا هاي عشان التوضيح، طبعا هاي معطيك انا اياها فيرب 2، هاي بتصير ايش؟ فيرب 3 في 3. اوكي now let's move to number 4 now. خلينا نشوف number 4 شو مكتوب فيها. So it says he said most young people at school. What is the main verb؟ خلينا نشوف الفعل الرئيسي. studied have studied. So the most young people have studied. have studied. اوكي هسه ليش نحولها؟ هسه في عندنا present perfect. Yes please.
Yes teacher. بتصير had studied.
had studied directly نفس الفيرب تو had studied. مش هالصعوبة.
عشان انت اعطيتنا جدول
I
الاستاذ
know
سهل.
انت دارسه بس غيرك مش دارسه. ايزي. انا بسطت القاعدة على قد ما اقدر. القاعدة جدا سهلة بس انت تابعها ما عليك. نمبر 5 خلينا نشوف باقي الطلاب. برجع لك يا حمد. No money, can you hear me? عبد الكريم can you hear me? شوف ماس. ماس can you hear me يا ماس؟ فراس عابدين زبطت المايك ولا لسه؟ فراس no have one. فاسد يوسف can you hear me? ناس ابراهيم لازم يظبطوا المايكات عشان في عندنا امتحان ريدنج الاسبوع الجاي. ظبطوا المايكات يا سادس ضروري عشان في عنا امتحان ريدنج. براء.
Yes, teacher.
Number 5. He said they.
He said they forgot their own language and Spanish.
They speak. We have the direct, the main verb speak. Okay, so what happens in number 5?
تصير had speak.
No. Speak is verb 1.
Yeah.
Easy. He said they. They speak their own language and also Spanish. Verb 1. Verb 1 لما تحولها reported شو بتصير؟ اوبا. عملت الحصة الجاية راح اجيب دفتر علامات عشان صير نقص علامات. مالنا يا سادس. S B O K E spoke verb 2.
Yes.
تيتشر
Yes please.
تيتشر أحمد ماما بيحكي لك إنه يعني في صوت إزعاج أنت في البيت ما بيقدر يفتح مايكه
Okay. Thank you.
عشان ما تسجل غياب.
Okay. Thank you very much يا حكم. Thank you. So he said they spoke their own language and Spanish. Number 6 now. He said some people were worried that the traditional language will disappear. طلع كيف الكتاب معطيك جميع حالات ايش؟ We have disappear. اوكي؟ نحولها الان reported. والله سهلة. شوف بقى هنشوف نرجع لبراء. شو بيكون عارفها. براء you there؟ شوف باسل وأنس استطاعتم. We don't have much time by the way. Yes يا براء.
Yes, teacher.
اسمع نمبر 5 سمحتك فيها بس نمبر 6.
Okay. He said some people were worried that the traditional language
will disappear. ايش راح تسوي فيها؟ معي براء؟
Yes, teacher.
شوف هسه في عندنا مثلا بس تصير زي هيك مثلا تابع معي.
Okay.
or would. انا بسطت لك اياه على قد ما اقدر. ها شو بتصير عندك؟
Would disappear.
يبين.
Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. So زي ما انت شايف بالنسبة لنمبر 6 he said some people will worry that traditional language would disappear. هون هاي تحتيه خط يا سادس. هي الإجابات الصحيحة. exercise number 3 واجب homework exercise 3 إن شاء الله بكرة راح نبلش بيونت 11. And don't forget about our quiz. عندنا quiz يوم الخميس reported to speech all tenses and reflexive pronoun. Okay. Small test. Thanks for your time.